On a rainy day in City J outside a hospital, people moved about with umbrellas and raincoats. Among them stood a lone figure without an umbrella, holding a report. Li Haoran is an ordinary man with a painful past. When he was just 6 years old, his parents died during a battle between evolved beings and mutant beasts. After their death, Haoran and his younger sister were shuffled between relatives, growing up in a cold and unwelcoming environment. But hardship didn't end there. Haoran was struck by the mutant disease, a deadly illness caused by the energy of extra-dimensional beings. This energy slowly eats away at the body, leading to paralysis and, eventually, death. For some, the disease takes only a few days to claim their life, while others suffer for years. Yet, no one has ever survived it. Faced with this grim reality, Haoran felt hopeless, but thoughts of his sister and his mother's final wish gave him strength. Determined to fight for his life, he vowed to keep going, no matter how impossible the odds seemed. A few days later, on the outskirts of City J, a team of 6 gathered in a dense jungle. Leading the group was Chen Zizhen, known as Lightning Wind, a powerful evolved being at the superior steel level. He stood before his team, ready to brief them on their mission. Chen Zizhen began by confirming that everyone was present. He then explained that their mission was to hunt down and eliminate a group of level 1 mutant beasts that had been attacking residents in the area. According to reports, dozens of these beasts had been spotted nearby, and their nests needed to be destroyed. Chen Zizhen assured his team that level 1 beasts were no match for them as long as they followed his orders. He emphasized that sticking to the plan would ensure a smooth and successful mission. Once he finished, he asked if there were any questions. Hearing none, he declared it was time to move out. The team leader turned to Li Haoran and reminded him that he was the only member of the team who hadn't evolved. As the group's carrier, Chen Zizhen asked if Haoran understood his role. Haoran, who was carrying a large bag, nodded confidently and explained his responsibilities. For an ordinary human like him, joining a hunting squad was only possible as a carrier. His job wasn't to fight, but to stay with the team, manage the supplies, and ensure everything ran smoothly. After the battle, he would also be responsible for collecting valuable materials from the defeated beasts. Placing a hand on his chest, Haoran assured Chen Zizhen that he knew what he was doing. With that, the team moved forward, Haoran ready to fulfill his role despite not being an evolved fighter. After some time, the team encountered a group of goblins. Chen Zizhen launched a sneaky attack, swiftly killing one goblin, while another was taken down by a muscular team member who smashed its head with his fist. A mage and a swordsman teamed up to eliminate another goblin, and the last one, holding a hammer, had its hand cut off by a sword-wielding girl. The group was easily overpowering the goblins, and the hunt seemed to be going smoothly. Li Haoran, carrying a large bag, watched from the sidelines. He thought to himself how ordinary humans and evolved beings were worlds apart in strength. Just as he was reflecting on this, a sudden earthquake interrupted his thoughts. The ground shook violently. Trees were uprooted, and a massive level 5 mutant beast, a titan snake, emerged from the earth. It was likely drawn by the blood of the goblins. The team froze in fear and confusion as they stared at the enormous creature. They had been told only level 1 beasts were in the area, and this was far beyond what they were prepared to face. Realizing the danger, Li Haoran shouted, "What are you waiting for? Run! If you stay here, you'll die!" The team snapped out of their shock and began to flee. However, the titan snake was incredibly fast, and it quickly closed in on them. Seeing no way to outrun the beast, Chen Zizhen made a cold and calculated decision. He slashed Li Haoran and declared, "You're the least valuable here, so you're the best option for bait. I read your file. You were diagnosed with the mutant disease not long ago, and you don't have much time left to live. Before you die, why not do something useful for us? Blame yourself for being too weak." With that, he used his powers to throw Li Haoran toward the titan snake, which its head turned toward. Li Haoran's. As the snake lunged toward him, Li Haoran's mind flashed to his mother's dying words. "Haoran, Mom won't be able to take care of you anymore. Promise me something. No matter what happens, you must take care of your sister. Stay strong and survive." In that final moment, a red screen appeared before him asking if he wanted to survive. With his last breath, Li Haoran whispered, "I want to survive." Suddenly, a strange magical circle formed around him, and a red beam of light teleported him away, leaving the titan snake and the team behind. In an unknown area, a red beam of light descended from the sky. As the light faded, Li Haoran found himself standing there, utterly confused. He thought to himself, "What's happening? I should be dead. Why am I here? My wounds are gone, and what's with this strange clothing? Was it because of that red light I saw before dying?" As he looked around, his eyes fell on a group of hungry succubi staring at him with excitement. The succubi were clearly thrilled and impressed by Nico, who had apparently used an ancient scroll to summon a man. They couldn't contain their excitement over Li Haoran's appearance, praising his handsomeness, perfection, and the powerful magical aura he seemed to radiate. Some of them expressed disbelief that the scroll had actually worked, while others were practically giddy with anticipation. They chattered among themselves, marveling at how long it had been since they'd seen such a perfect man. Their excitement was palpable, and they couldn't wait to play with him. Li Haoran, however, was completely shocked. He thought, "Where am I? What's going on here? Why are there so many succubi? And can't they see this?" His eyes were fixed on a red screen that had appeared in front of him. It displayed his new status: player status, class Blood God, level 1, title None, race Vampire, HP 100, MP 100, strength 10, endurance 10, intelligence 10, agility 10, spirit 10. Li Haoran stared at the screen, trying to process what was happening. As Li Haoran focused on the mysterious red screen in front of him, a level 3 mutant beast, a succubus named Nico, stepped forward. She nervously explained that she was the one who had used an ancient summoning circle to bring him here. When the ritual was activated, the heavens and earth trembled, and an overwhelming surge of powerful magic erupted. The sheer intensity of the ritual had terrified her and the others. Nico, now convinced of Li Haoran's immense strength due to the extraordinary reaction caused by the summoning, she swore absolute loyalty, declaring that she would never betray him for all eternity. At that moment, the red screen flashed with a new notification. Notification: you've gained your first follower. Li Haoran, still trying to make sense of everything, now had a loyal follower in Nico, though he remained unsure of what this new reality meant for him.